welcome to the 107th Annual Class Day here at CCRS. Today, we are all here to celebrate the class of 2026 by reflecting our entire school experience, kindergarten through 12th grade. The senior class wants to share their journeys with all of you, while also sharing what the future might hold for us all. We recognize the impact that the people in this room have all had on our time here at Chazy. It's only fair of us to share the experiences that shaped our time here. For the class of 2026, school has been full of lasting memories, including late night studying, school events, friendships, and sports games. As we all gather here today, we recognize the challenges faced, achievements reached, lessons learned, and the impact made on our lives. No matter where the seniors behind me go next, whether to college, the military, the workforce, or new adventures, it's important for us to reflect on what set us up for these next opportunities in our lives. We encourage you all to enjoy today's celebration as we have enjoyed the many years spent building up to this moment. Now, I will turn the ceremony over to my classmates, starting with the reading of our class history.
(2013 to 2014), kindergarten. Our teachers were Mrs. Boom and Mrs. Rovers. Ava Bedard.
I'm not sure what my future holds, but I know who holds my future.
Liam Bullers.
Life is dark, life is bright. Life is ugly, life is beautiful. Don't get lost in genres. They'll only disorient you. Music is for everyone.
Callie Castine.
Earning this diploma matters, but demanding accountability matters more.
Kira Davis.
All in all, I learned a lesson though. You never see it coming, you just get to see it go.
Dawson Hebert. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Emma Howell.
Bye.
Winter Jarris.
We must accept finite disappointment, but always hold on to infinite hope.
Ashton Lauren.
Graduation isn't the end, it's the beginning.
Jalen Macy.
We're almost there and nowhere near it. All that matters is we're going.
Wyatt Matata.
School isn't hard, you make it hard.
Avery Parker.
It'll all work out.
Bryce Parker.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Cadence Rivera.
I always thought it was me versus the world until I realized it's me versus me.
Tate Stevens.
As Grumseller said, head 'em up and move 'em out.
Kylie Stolte.
Don't ever let anyone tell you you don't deserve what you want.
Grace Trombley.
Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go work.
Hope Trombley.
Teenage angst has paid off well. Now I'm bored and old.
Field trips this year included Applejack Orchard, Minor Farm, Pointer Rush. Special events this year included Thanksgiving Luncheon, Mother's Day Tea, Father's Day Kickball, and the Kindergarten Gym Show. Best friends this year included Ashton and Wyatt, as well as Chazy and Kira. Before reading the story, The Little Engine That Could, Mrs. Pepper, the librarian, asked us if there was ever anything that we really wanted to do, but couldn't because we were too small, too young, or not strong enough. Most of the children raised their hands to answer, but Wyatt was shaking his head no. When asked, Wyatt said, "I have a special gift from God. I can do anything." When asked who told him he had a special gift from God, Wyatt said, "Mrs. Still." During the gym show, Grace was riding the big wheel and stopped. She couldn't get started again, so Mrs. Rovers grabbed the handlebars and pulled her. The bike spun in a circle, and Grace fell off. This year, we had tie-dye shirts for gym shows for the first time ever. They were a big hit, but older classes were upset that they only had plain colors. During Father's Day kickball, Mrs. Rovers' class decided to make a wall across the gym so no ball would pass them. They succeeded. Whenever Emma wanted to avoid working, she would compliment the teacher on her outfit, shoes, or jewelry. It never worked, but they appreciated her taking notice. 2014 to 2015, first grade. Our teachers were Mrs. Uport and Mrs. Mosher. Our field trips included the Little Red Schoolhouse and the Chazy Orchard. Liam and Ashton were connected at the hip, and so were Lily and Avery. Tate had a huge crush on Callie this year. Emma was a social butterfly. In September, we went to the Chazy Orchards. We were taken on a tour of the facility. The staff made us cider and cookies. We went outside and were taught how to properly pick an apple off a tree. This year, we learned about pumpkins and apples in the fall. Bryce got very confused, and when the class was asked what we would find inside an apple when it was cut open, Bryce yelled a pumpkin. Mrs. Mosher was hoping he would say seeds. This year, we learned about pumpkins and apples in the fall. In October, we went to the Little Red Schoolhouse to honor Mr. Minor. We sat and learned from the headmasters, Mr. West and Mr. Cheeseman. We especially liked the outhouse. At Christmas time, we made gingerbread houses. Our parents and grandparents came in to help us. We created wonderful masterpieces. In March, we made awesome leprechaun traps and presented them to the kindergarten. Even though we had some glue traps, we did not catch the leprechaun. But we did get some of his money. Wyatt had a sticky mouse trap on his to prove how sticky it was. He continually touched it and got glue all over his hands. He then proceeded to put his hands on his face, which then got stuck. We sent it to the nurse. She could not remove the glue, so we had to go to the technology department to get a solution to remove his hands from his face. In June, we presented our habitats about an animal we chose to research. We got up on stage and told the audience about what we learned. We also drew our own pictures, which turned out beautiful. Our teacher said we did an incredible job researching and presenting our animals. This year, we were supposed to go to the 1812 homestead in Willsboro on our field trip. Unfortunately, 2 inmates escaped from the Dannemora prison, and it was feared that they were in Willsboro. The day before our trip, we had to quickly change our plans. We went to the park and the Comfort Inn pool to swim. We ended up having a great time. I'll now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Kira Davis.
To 2016, second grade. Our teachers were Miss Barcombe and Miss Langlois. This year, we were joined by Owen Capp,
Be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
John Price,
I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong.
Diego Madrid,
The measure of a man is not in how he gets knocked to the mat, it's in how he gets up.
Soraya Jackson,
A tree falls the way it leans. Be careful which way you lean.
Our field trips this year were Plattsburgh State for our character education presentation with a magician, the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory, and the Echo Museum. We liked earning dojo points. On recess, we were able to use the new playground. Liam, Ashton, and Wyatt got all wet on the new slide, and Winter almost went over the swing set. Emma loved Bryce, but Bryce loved Grace. Ava had a crush on Owen, she still does. Kiara and Soraya were best buds. Avery got a bloody nose. She was too afraid to tell someone she had a bloody nose, so she held the blood in her hand for a long time. One day, on the star carpet, we were reading the book Shiloh. Dawson farted a really stinky fart. Miss Langlois immediately said, "Dawson, what did you eat?" She then opened the window because the smell was so bad. Kiara went to the hospital this year, and Katie visited her with Hello Kitty coloring sheets and balloons several times. Ashton was famous for making all kinds of video game noises when he was in the bathroom. Miss Trudeau, our reading teacher, would giggle because she could clearly hear him as her desk was right next to the bathroom. One day, we heard all the noises Ashton was saying. 1A period, Tate was working by the window when Miss Langlois heard him singing. She wandered over to hear him sing a song by Sir Mix-a-Lot. She thought she was going to die of laughter. In January, we went to the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory. We picked out a cow bear and named him Moo Moo. We had fun taking him home and bringing him on adventures. In May, we presented our wax museum. We all practiced our speeches and could recite them from memory. We still remember who we were from this presentation. In June, we went to the Echo Museum. We did an experiment on how to get a turtle back in the lake. We had to use our creativity and engineering skills. Liam's group was the first to be successful. Miss Langlois wrote that our class rocked and we're an awesome group of kids. Here's what she wrote to us. I loved this class so much and told them I was going to keep them until I retire. They said they wanted to stay with me, but after some thought asked when I was going to retire, I told them not another 12 years or so. They weren't sure if they wanted to be 19 years old and still in second grade. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Ava Bedard.
To 2017, third grade. Our teachers this year were Mr. Dupree and Miss Favreau. This year we were joined by Cooper Cross.
What feels like the end is often the beginning.
Cole Mayo.
Aging is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and strength.
For the 2016 elections, we held a classroom election that included speeches. Wyatt was chosen as the class president in Miss Favreau's class. Miss Favreau's class beat Mr. Dupree's class in the math competitions more than they lost. Our favorite recess games were Exploding Kittens, Mumball, and Guess Who. Whenever math would start, Tate would go into the bathroom to avoid the facts test. In December, we all went caroling around the community and had a really great time. We made yummy cookies to deliver to our friends in the community. Our classes combined and did various STEM projects every Friday. We were given a goal to complete each week. Working together, we created many awesome things. We tie-dyed shirts this year, but had to do them twice. They were supposed to be red, white, and blue, but turned out to be pink and purple the first time we did them. Our field trip this year was rafting off Sable Chasm. It was pretty uneventful, except for spotting the wolf spider. Miss Favreau said we were a great class and that she would miss us dearly. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Owen Cap.
(2017 to 2018), fourth grade. Our teachers were Mr. Tregan and Mrs. Walsh. This year we were joined by Haley Bushy.
In the end, we all regret the chances we didn't take.
We got our Chromebooks this year. Mr. Trugan had to help Miss Walsh a lot. We loved playing games like Kahoot and Quizlet. At recess, Bryce and Cole were always causing mischief and knocking people over to line up first. Whenever anything went wrong, everyone blamed Tate, even if he wasn't in the room at the time. Grace could be heard from miles away due to her voice. We went to the Alice T. Minor Museum for Minor Day. We went on a ski trip to Titus Mountain in January. Everyone loved it, even though Wyatt refused to ski and Tate skied into a snowbank. Owen skied the bigger trails. Most of us stayed on the magic carpet. Miss Walsh caught and picked up many of the kids unable to stop at the bottom of the hill. By the end of the day, almost all of us were skiing. We started STEM this year with Miss Woods. We learned to work in groups better and solve different puzzles. This was the first year for chorus and K-Kids for many of us. Mrs. Walsh's ELA read Number the Stars and really loved learning about World War II. Emma, Ava, Katie, Callie, and Kiera helped the Elmore SPCA raise $137.71. We watched Wonder in the auditorium with 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. A few of us cried. Our class presentation was poetry and the arts. We sang God Bless the USA and loved it. We also did a sign language song that Mr. Langer taught us. Some of the girls did Miss Mary Mac. We went to the Wild Center at the end of the year. Everyone loved it. Grace kept wandering away from her group, including going to the store on her own, and ended up with Mr. Tregan and Mrs. Walsh. The otter and fish were a big hit, as well as the spiderweb and bird's nest. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Emma Howell.
(2018 to 2019), 5th grade. Our teachers were Miss Lemaire and Miss Sutherland. This year, we were joined by Griffin DeRocher,
Whatever way you make a sandwich, bread always comes first.
Kaylee Hemingway,
Normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk, but no flowers grow.
Miss Gadbois surprised everyone and got married in December and became Miss Lemaire. Katie and Avery were always whispering to each other. They always seemed surprised that the rest of us could hear them. Grace always had a stuffed animal in her locker and liked to bring them to lunch. Griffin fell out of his chair often. No one is sure why. Katie and Soraya got married this year. It included invitations and a ceremony. Grace got new glasses and told us all that they came from the dentist. Winter made faces at us to express her disapproval of our ideas. Cooper hid under his desk when the class sang happy birthday to him. We had 2 compliment parties. We had a PJ party and a mustache dodgeball party. On the last 8th period of the school year, we also had a swimming party. During percussion lesson, Owen told Miss Wise that it sounds funny when I tap my stick on my head. During a baritone horn lesson, Miss Wise said, "Let's focus, 5th graders. No, Cole, you cannot hear the ocean if you put it up to your ear," is the baritone horn. Liam and John did not stop talking all year. Wyatt had horrible handwriting, and Miss Lemaire told him the girls would never be able to write his love notes when he got older if he didn't make it neater. For Christmas, Liam gave Miss Lemaire candles as a gift. When she gave him a thank you card, he came up to her and said, "Do you know why we got you a candle?" Miss Lemaire had no idea but said, "Because you knew I liked them?" Liam, as serious as he can, "No, because we had a coupon." We had 2 student teachers this year. Miss Jesmith was Miss Lemaire's and Miss Savage was Miss Sutherland's. During their solo week, Miss Lemaire and Miss Sutherland took students in grades 3 through 6 out cross-country skiing. Wyatt did not want to try, but Miss Lemire made him go out during 8th period. By the time he finished, he announced, "That was way better than going home 8th period." The whole class got really proficient at CCRS cross-country skiing and were able to whip around the fields and nature trails by the time the snow melted. Throughout the year, our class loved working on logic problems. Wyatt was scared of Kaylee because she had long nails. John always perched on any chair instead of sitting on his fanny, and Miss Lemire was afraid he would fall off. Students went on Fridays to help second graders learn their math facts. Callie always said that math was the best part of her day. Minor farm days were so much fun. We went to the Minor Farm Museum and in the fall and returned in the spring for farm days. Most students put their hand in a cow's stomach, but a few were not willing to do so. We went to Upstone Materials and toured the Curie, and it was a fun blast for everyone. It was hard to keep Cole from climbing the piles of stones. We went to the Shelburne Museum in June, and the adults assigned to Grace to run the money had run for their money keeping tabs on her. She wore those dads right out. Our performance, a year in review, took weeks to prepare and went really well. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Kylie Stolting.
To 2020, 6th grade. Our teachers were Mrs. Lambert and Mrs. Gushloff. This year we were joined by Martino Minto,
I have learned from the bad times and know some about the good. Thank you for all the good life lessons.
Javon Carroll,
Believe, and you're already halfway there.
Mrs. Gushloff had her baby in August, so she was on maternity leave for the start of the school year. We were excited to find out that Mrs. Walsh came back to be our long-term substitute. We loved Mrs. Gushloff's visit with baby Maverick in early October. We participated in the environmental field day in September. Math class was one of our favorite times of day. We learned a lot but had fun in Mrs. Lambert. Had funny stories to remember how to do math. Ashton had a hard time refraining from talking to his classmates during lessons. John liked reading comic books. We went to Poca McCready in the fall and completed the term team building courses and climbed Rattlesnake Mountain. A fun time was had by all. One day in math, Mrs. Lambert spied a mouse in the ceiling tile. She made eye contact with Miss O'Hagan, who worked with our class in math. After Miss O'Hagan left to notify maintenance, Callie saw the mouse and told the class. There was lots of excitement all day watching the mouse run in the ceiling. After school, maintenance caught not one but 2 mice. Cooper always played football when given the opportunity. Griffin was excited that he was able to play hockey this year. Javon liked saying the word volley. Kylie always volunteered to help around the classroom. In late February, we heard about a deadly virus overseas. In early March, COVID-19 was announced as a global pandemic. On March 16th, school as we knew it ended. We began distance learning. All students were required to finish the school year remotely and work from home. Schools all over New York shut down as COVID-19 spread, and unfortunately thousands died. Most activities and many jobs changed, including people working from home. We learned via Google Classroom and Google Meets. We had daily meetings. Here were highlights of distance learning from our 6th grade selves. Seeing each other's pets in homes, snack days when we would bring a snack to meet, joke days which included sharing a joke. Masks became part of our outfits. We liked the relaxed days but missed being together. We did not have April break, so school ended early June 16th. This was not the end of the year we envisioned. We had no fun day, no in-person class day, no second Poca McCready trip, and no parent picnic. However, Mrs. Gushloff and Mrs. Lambert gave us t-shirts to help us remember the year. They both wrote in our history, "We were proud to teach you, class of 2026. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Katie Rivera. 7th grade. This was a hybrid year. Some of us attended classes in person every other week and online on the opposite weeks. Some of us did online learning for the entire year. We had to wear masks all year, and despite it being unusual, we recorded many memories. During the first few weeks of school, Kylie and Avery were going to walk up the stairs, and as they were going up, Avery almost got run over by a senior, who then said, "Whoa, she's like 4'0". Everyone on the mod soccer team put their hair in a bun for a very funny picture. On away games, we had some of the most fun because we could drive an hour away and we would jam out to the music. We took pictures and videos. One of our favorite things was getting McDonald's on our way home from the long bus rides. During soccer, it was raining outside and was very muddy. So Price hopped in net, and then he slipped in the mud and tripped. In November, it was the last soccer practice of the year, and we went into the gym and played a lot of games, such as World Cup and 1 versus 1. There was also a lot of dancing, racing, and shootouts. During her clarinet lesson, Jalen said to Miss Weiss, "Yes, I know what I did wrong. I forgot to use my fingers." Kira, Katie, and Ava were all in drama club, which was done via Zoom due to the social distancing requirements. They all knew their lines before any of the high schoolers, and perhaps this was good omen, as Katie ended up with the most lines in the senior play. Callie and Emma would always move Dawson and Griffin's backpacks at lunch to see if they would find them. We remember reading Love That Dog and being sad afterwards, and Winter laughed, as she always did whenever something bad happened in the story or someone died. Kylie would always say she was amazing in the morning walking into school to whoever took her temperature that morning. During tech, everybody unmuted and started playing theme songs to kids shows like Barbie, Dora, Kuzumi, or the duck that walked up to the lemonade stand. We remember Mrs. Brown would tell bad jokes in ELA every day, and Kaylee admits to not knowing about these jokes because she never joined. Griffin accidentally sprayed hand sanitizer in his eyes. During ELA, we put frogs on our desk to remember which desk had to be cleaned between each class, and we named all of the frogs. Ava, Soraya, and Jack named them Chuck Berry, Chuck Jr., and Chuck Berry Jr., Jr., Jr. And everybody used the app house party to talk to each other. Kylie never did the assigned number of read theories because she insisted on getting a perfect score. Emma walked Kermit in the Shakespeare room. In gym class, during the dodgeball unit, Tate managed to catch balls nobody else could catch. Mrs. Brandell would accidentally turn her mic off during class online, and we would try to get her attention, including raising our hands continuously. In our last home and careers class, Ms. Pothouse took us on a walk and bought us all ice cream. Every other week, there were only 3 people in class in person: Dawson, Cooper, and Griffin. The good thing was, Griffin made a new friend this year, Dawson, and the two hung out all the time. The negative was that teachers used to always get Dawson and Griffin mixed up. In math class, we watched videos on The Price is Right frequently. Most of the time, John fell asleep on the bus, and still does. Javon went to school in person for the first time in the 3rd quarter of the year, so he had no idea where to go and got lost after gym. Good thing Ava was there to help him get to class. For modified softball, Emma's dad was the coach. After our last game, we walked to Creamies and got ice cream, and Emma's dad paid for everyone. During baseball season, Tate was walking off the mound, tripped, and rolled over said mound. When we were allowed to eat outside, Javon saw a meme with Jell-O where the girl says, "Jell-O," more like "hello," and sucks it in. Javon then recreated the meme. I will now turn over
the reading to my friend and classmate, Javon Carroll.
Eighth grade. This year, we were joined by Mason Facto and Soraya left our class. In Mr. Miller's class, we were doing an experiment about volume using marbles and beakers with water. Afterward, we had to dump the water out of the beaker. Emma accidentally put the marble down the drain, clogging the sink. At a class Halloween party, Javon lost his phone and found it a year later outside, and it still worked. Mr. Cross regularly threw books at flying bees in the classroom. In December, Ms. Wise was reading through the concert reflection sheets. One question asked, just as a clock or telegraph can be used as a musical instrument by creating rhythms, what other everyday sounds can create music? Javon's response was, pots, pans, or my sister's head. Ms. Smith took our ear-lay class to see a new movie version of West Side Story. Many of us found the story depressing despite enjoying having a class field trip. Katie came into Miss Stone's homeroom one morning, extremely excited that she had 2 juice boxes. One was for her and one for Jalen. They opened their juice boxes and cheered them together and said, "Yay, we're the juice box buddies," and laughed hysterically. One time, during tech class, Katie decided to get into a trash can and have Kaylee push her around. She accidentally pushed the trash can too hard and tipped over Katie inside. She fell out of the trash can and was covered in sawdust. In Miss Smith's health class, Avery would secretly eat a cutie orange almost every day. Whenever we had our Chromebooks out, she would hide the orange behind it. She sent Callie videos of herself eating the orange. Every day during the bus rides home, Katie, Kaylee, and Haley would listen to music on the bus. Their favorites included Starships by Nicki Minaj and Baby by Justin Bieber. One time in health class, we all wore no vaping signs for the whole day. At the end of the day, in class, Miss Stone took a picture, or Miss Smith. During winter weekend, Griffin, Dawson, Tate, Winter, and Ava went to Stewart's to get food after working on the snow sculpture. In surprise, Liam burst out laughing when Tate came out with a half-gallon of chocolate milk and a 1.8-pound bag of Mike and Ike's. While in Mr. Cross's social studies class, Grace saw a bird fly in, only it wasn't a bird, it was a bat. The class came alive with noise as the bat flew in circles around the classroom. As Mr. Cross was trying to find something to throw at it, Martino stood up holding his binder ready to hit it out of the air. The bat flew around a few times before it finally escaped unharmed out the window. Mr. Kane opened. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Griffin DeRocher.
Ninth grade. This year we were joined by Addison Frenier.
Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of a lifelong attempt to acquire it.
Soraya rejoined our class. Diego would always wear a yellow shirt every single day to school. It became a thing that whenever he had a different color shirt on, we felt it was going to be a bad day. 10th grade. This year we were joined by Ebony Reynolds.
I hope your dreams take you to the corners of your smiles, to the highway of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the special places your heart is in your mouth.
In French, Ashton accidentally dropped Miss Milano's cookie jar. It shattered. It turned out to be an heirloom and could not be replaced either. Soraya, Hope, and Jalen made a movie for an English project. They used their hoodies to look like aliens. It was really funny because they kept falling over since they couldn't see. They filmed it in the lobby near the staircase, and it took weeks to get it all together. They put bloopers at the end and had a lot of fun making it. The movie still exists. During Candy Cane Lane, Dawson, Javon, Tate, Liam, and Emma choreographed a whole dance to the song Last Christmas and performed it for every car. Unfortunately, they lost to the seniors that year. In French, we had a crepe party, but everyone just wasn't feeling the sauce. Emma and Winter took a trip to the guidance office and somehow brought back a jar of peanut butter to eat with the grapes. I will now turn the reading over to my friend and classmate, Winter Jarvis.
11th grade. This year, we were joined by Tanner Cody and Kylie Whipple.
It always seems impossible until it's done.
During the beginning of the year in Mr. Seymour's class, Cooper, Griffin, and Dawson decided to mess with Tate while he was in the bathroom. The boys took Tate's pencil case and hid it on top of Mr. Seymour's cabinet in the back corner of the room. They didn't realize that there was an empty space between the cupboard on the wall that had no top and was inaccessible. When Tate tried to retrieve the pencil case, it fell in this hole and it was forever lost, or so they thought. In U.S. history, Callie's phone was playing a TikTok in her pocket, and while we were all going crazy because we thought sounds were coming from the cabinets in Mr. Seymour's room. During softball and baseball, for our very first away game, we forgot Griffin at the Peru McDonald's. We turned around right before getting on the exit after receiving a photo from Griffin of the bus driving away. During our junior prom, Diego danced on the floor by jumping up and down. It was very fun and energetic. Dawson was also having so much fun dancing that he completely ripped a hole in the butt of his pants. This happened again during the senior play in his role as the Crooked Man. Because Diego continued to wear a yellow shirt to school, he became known as Banana Man. 12th grade. During the beginning of the year, Cooper, Griffin, and Dawson came up with the idea to retrieve Tate's pencil case via Cooper's fishing pole. They told Mr. Seymour the story, and he said yes. They climbed on the cabinet, dangled the fishing hook in the hole, and were able to hook Tate's pencil case. They reeled the case out, successfully recovering it 1 year later. During Camp English class, we were assigned topics to research for a December presentation. Cooper got creatures, and he racked his brain trying to come up with different Christmas creatures. What he finally came up with was creatures like the abdominal snowman. Immediately, the class started laughing and corrected his mistake by clarifying, "Do you mean the abominable snowman?" He made the same verbal mistake while giving his presentation 2 weeks later. Ebony was crowned Winter Weekend Queen. Addison and Martina were bouncing a ball between them after ELA class. The bouncing ball picked up speed and resulted in a marshmallow snowflake that was hanging from the ceiling, being ripped from its string and catapulting into the ceiling tile. It remained there for weeks. Kylie W. got dragged into the senior play, Doc Doc Goose, by Ebony. She took on the role of Mrs. Spratt, a role Diego originally had agreed to play, which required wearing a padded suit. She found dancing the song Bust a Move quite interesting. Kaylee was super busy with art projects this year. She designed a book cover for our attendance record-setting senior play, painted the ceiling tile in the lounge, and painted an incredible mural on the industrial wing hall. The mural artwork was also used as the last page of the yearbook. We dedicated our yearbook to Mr. Steve Cross. We enjoyed Class 2 and 3 rapids while whitewater rafting the Hudson River with Adirondack Adventures as our final field trip. This concludes the history of the class of 2026. Classmates come and gather here so we may look into the sphere. We shall look into the ball that holds the future of us all. It tells us what we are to be, so listen while we look and see.
Ava Bedard. Ava will heal hearts in a hospital bay, marry her love on a sunlit day, own a cozy house where laughter stays, drive a Cadillac Escalade through wide highways, traveling the globe to learn and give along the way.
Liam Boris. There once was a man named Liam who'd hum in a cozy house with his wife, dog, cat, strum. With a maple mahogany drum set so fine, many guitars in his own sound room for shine. He plays live gigs, writes songs, and makes music to come.
Haley Bushy. Haley plans with a grin and play to open a daycare one bright day. She'll care for each tiny crew and park her BMW in view, balancing naps, snacks, and dreams in a lighthearted way.
Javon Carroll. There once was a man named Javon, bold and spry. He'll be a nurse with 10 golden retrievers nearby. Super rich with 50 ski houses up high. Ironman finishes famous for all, oh my. He's even dubbed the people's sexiest man. That's our guy.
Callie Castine. Callie's headed off with a bright, sunny smile. She'll master the scans and go the extra mile. An ultrasound pro by day, doing her job with delight. Studying images until each picture's just right. Dream steady and kind, her future's in sight.
Tanner Cody. There once was a journeyman, Tanner by name. For local A1, he earns steady acclaim. He'll save every dollar to buy a small piece of land. Build a warm dream house with his own steady hand. A skilled future he's crafting, proud, ready, and planned.
Cooper Cross. A fellow named Cooper will head for the sea. He'll pilot his boat where the marshes run free. After graduation, he'll fish and he'll roam, sipping sweet tea and calling the Carolinas home. He'll grin at the sunset and call that good to me.
Kira Davis. A hopeful young lawyer named Kira one day. She'll live in a huge house where her children can play. 2 or 3 dogs will romp around in the yard with delight. 2 nice cars will wait in the garage every night, with 2 or 3 kids and a life shining so bright.
Griffin DeRocher. There was once a griffin who gleams as an aerospace engineer with a dream. A lakeside main house, 6-car display, Porsches, big trucks, and a family to stay, with his wife and mountain dogs carving snow all day.
Mason Facto. There once was a grad named Mason who dreamt of a job with a reason. At a car dealership fine, he'd sell autos by 9 and celebrate each new season.
Addison Frenier. There once was a young man named Addison. He'll head down south with a grand and a mission. His shop will be his own, a business all grown, living free under the sun, that's his vision.
Dawson Hebert. There once was a lawyer named Dawson. He'll build the life he's been chasing. A steady career, big house on the hill, a bustling big family, and purpose to fill, supporting himself with pride and dreams worth embracing.
Kaylee Hemingway. There once was an artist named Kaylee who teaches little hands how to paint and play. With a degree in art and her warm guiding heart, she sparks young imaginations each day, helping kids learn, laugh, and color their way.
Emma Howell. Emma dreams at Cornell Vet School to train to mend big farm animals out in the sun and the rain. She'll style hair on the side for pay, raise 3 kids, have a spouse, pets, and bales of hay, and run her own happy farm someday.
Soraya Jackson. There once was a grad named Soraya so keen. She trains canines and keeps every scene clean. Far from upstate New York she'll roam with a cozy house and a family of her own. A happy officer with dreams warm and serene.
Winter Jarrett. There once was a doc named Winter from New Hampshire who will train in pediatric oncology with care and answer. She'll raise an adopted child with love and cheer, walk a loyal German shepherd far and near, and occupy her days healing kids thereafter.
Owen Cat. There once was a med student named Owen who marched through med school with notions to go in. From residency to fellowship's door, a doctor at last, he's waiting outdoors. 40 years of warm paybacks, he's still smiling.
Ashton Lauren. There once was a designer named Ashton So Keen who built worlds of screens from his bright work machine. He and his wife, with 2 kids at play, in a roomy house with a pool and hot tub to stay, driving a nice car towards dreams yet unseen.
Jalen Macy. There once was a grad named Jalen So Bright who worked and built a good life day and night. In her own house with dogs and cats, a pretty pink and black race car. Imagine that. She topped it off with her bold black Dodge Ram in sight.
Diego Madrid. Diego will stack books in a cozy nook, own a bookstore with a welcoming look, or shelf tales by the sea, at a library job, happy and free, turning pages and dreams in each book.
Wyatt Matata. There once was a grad named Wyatt with plans to run a bright business or lead with cool hands. He'll manage a team, keep the goals in clear sight, balance budgets by day and ideas by night, and smile as his future turns out just right.
Cole Mayo. Cole landed a job that's solid and steady, saving up paychecks so wallet stays ready. He'll start his own business with bright, clever schemes, earning good money while chasing his dreams, living his best life, calm, confident, and steady.
Martino Minto. Martino will wire up dreams in the sun, a fully licensed electrician having fun. In Florida he'll roam, fixing lights near his home, then travel the coast when the workday is done.
Avery Parker. Avery dreams in a cozy house by the bay, helping kids and families in a kind-hearted way, fostering cats, giving each one a hug, being super fit and strong, snug as a bug, while landing a fashion deal changing lives every day.
Price Parker. There once was a dreamer named Price who saved every dime and thought twice. Start my own business, he'd say, or land a good job sometime, okay? Either way, life's gonna be nice.
John Price. There once was a grad named John, a detective whose work was well drawn. He'll chase clues in the night, bring dark deeds to the light, and keep justice steady and strong.
Ebony Reynolds. There once was a student named Ebony who dreamed of each career with a grin. To pick up a storm, or keep pace as a cop, or heal pets with a gentle paw and a mop. Graduation's next stop, where adventures begin.
Katie Rivera. There once was a grad named Katie So Bright who does social work by day but also by night. She helps little learners grow and thrive, giving each child chances to find their stride. In New Hampshire with her husband and kids, life feels just right.
Tate Stevens. There was once Tate in a snowy ski town, a mechanic who never wore a frown. He dreams of long drives with his dog by his side, fixing truck, chasing powder, and taking it in stride. With simple plans, wrenches, pups, and opening Wyoming miles.
Kylie Stolte. Kylie will tend to patients with care and calm cheer, a nurse in an amazing hospital, never showing fear. She'll live in a cute small town with a warm, comfy home, helping others daily with passion so deep it will roam. Always dedicated, never bored, this is Kylie's bright career.
Grace Trombley. There once was Grace with a plan. After cap toss, she'll proudly stand. She'll serve in the army with cheer, learning and growing without fear, ready to lead and lend a strong hand.
Hope Trombley. Hope lives in New York with a grin, a husband, 2 kids, and a life to begin. As a licensed skincare pro by day and a massage therapist who need cares away. She balances dreams, family, and fun for the win.
Kylie Whipple. There once was a grad named Kylie who dreamed of a career that would really pay. A nice car in the drive, a cozy home to thrive, making money and living her best days.
Now that we've told you what the future will bring, let's hope that we've covered most everything. The ball is getting darker now, nothing seems clear anymore. Maybe next year's class will have a surprise in store. Now everything has left our view, we hope our predictions will all come true.
To the President, we present this gavel so you can lead the class with authority and respect.
To the Vice Presidents, we present the Constitution so you can uphold the bylaws of Chazy Central Rural School.
To the Secretary, we give the ledger to record the important notes of your senior year. To the Treasurer, we present the coffer to collect funds to finance your senior year.
"13 years ago, the class of 2026 entered school unsure of what was to come. Today, you leave behind a blueprint of what it means to be a resilient, unstoppable class. So to the graduating class, thank you. Thank you for paving the way for us who follow you. It is with much gratitude we recognize you for being our lighthouse, guiding us through the storm that we call school. You have steered us through the storms and shown us the way. It's hard to believe that the people we look up to in the hallways, at games, in classrooms, and school events are about to graduate. All of you have shown us what leadership looks like, not just through your accomplishments, but through the small moments. It was a word of encouragement, a kind remark, or bestowing company of words that provided us hope in the darkest moments, regardless if you knew it or not. You have demonstrated there are many different paths to take, that we just have to find the right one that guides us. Each person's path may look different, but we just have to follow the one that is right for us. The positive energy of the senior class is leaving a lasting impact on our school community. Your admirable passion and drive has never gone unnoticed. You bring impeccable vitality to each and every room. We feel this on game nights, during concerts, with club activities, and just daily life. You make the halls feel alive. With all of the activities the senior class participates in, you still continue to excel academically and push yourselves to succeed. Grades have always carried a great importance to many of you, and that is something all of us can learn to do. But you have also shown us that school is much more than grades. It's about friendship, school spirit, and the value of memories. The scores on the test have a high value now, but the friendships and memories down the road is what will have the most merit to us. By setting this example, you have exhibited that it is okay to be ourselves, to have fun, and to even go out of our comfort zone. This has helped us find out who we are throughout our high school experience. Many of us have a long way to go, but you have helped us set us on the right path with a strong foundation. On behalf of the junior class, we admire the way you face challenges, embrace change, and navigate stressful moments, while still finding ways to celebrate each other. This is something we will never forget about you after you leave. Your character will be missed in the hallways. As a class, you are witty, kind-hearted, and wholesome. While your graduation may feel like an ending, it's also a beginning. You are about to start a new chapter of your life.
Some of you are heading into college, some are entering the workforce, and some are still figuring it out, and that's okay. Together, you faced adversity and have come out better people because of it. You have been courageous through your years in school. As you step forward into the next chapter, I challenge you to carry that same courage with you. Don't just adapt to the world, continue to lead it. No matter where life takes you, we hope you remember the memories you made here. We will never forget you. Never stop shining your light. Keep guiding yourselves and others to do extraordinary things.
Through our years together, we have faced countless struggles at home, school, mentally, and physically. We have also experienced countless memories, privilege, tremendous laughs, and great times. Though I know it is said year after year, over and over again, our years together have gone by incredibly fast. As I once sat in your shoes, I never believed the seniors when they said it goes by so quickly. It turns out that those older kids we looked up to in the hallways were spot on. It does go by faster than you realize. It once felt like graduation was forever and a half away, as if it was always just meant for the older kids. But somehow, as we look back on the ordinary days we thought we'd forget, we made it here today. And now all those little moments suddenly mean everything. Everyone is always so excited to get through the classes and become a senior. But the truth is, senior year is very bittersweet. It's the last chapter of the book that shaped all of us into who we are today. We came into high school as freshmen, unsure of the future and ourselves, trying to figure out where we fit in amongst the crowd. Along the way, we learned lessons, often the hard way, grew through our challenges, and created memories we'll carry forever. And it turns out that's what being a senior is about, that these hallways, these classrooms, and everyone in this building became our second home without us even realizing it. Someday, we'll miss the things we complain about, like waking up early, rushing to class, hearing the same voices every day, and laughing with friends over nothing important at all. What makes senior year so touching isn't graduation itself. It's knowing that life is about to pull each and every one of us in different directions. The people who have become a part of our everyday lives in these halls may soon become faces we don't see for years. This is one of the hardest parts about growing up. We now understand that this chapter in our lives does not last forever. Maybe that's why all our memories along the way matter so much. School isn't perfect, and neither are any of us. Everybody makes mistakes, and we'll definitely make more along the way. However, we've changed. We've lost loved ones. We've found ourselves, and we've learned countless lessons outside textbooks that will stay with us forever. Through every challenge and every success, we have all become stronger, individually and as a class. Now, as seniors, we are standing at the crossroads between the comfort of our past and the uncertainty of entering the adult world. We are excited about what comes next, yet conflicted about this chapter of our lives coming to an end. We now realize how lucky we are to have experienced it at all. Throughout my years of school, like so many, I spent a lot of time stressing about a lot of things, like sports, clubs, community service, money, grades especially, and of course my social life. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to fit in, rather than where I fit in. I often tore myself apart, trying to be somebody I wasn't. And to everyone here today, without hesitation, I say to you, don't worry so much. One bad grade does not define you. One mistake does not determine your worth. Spending your life trying to impress everyone around you will only make you lose sight of yourself. When you start to be authentically yourself, the right people will make their way into your life. Friendships become more real, memories become more meaningful. Life itself feels so much lighter. No achievement, reputation, or expectation matters more than knowing who you are and being proud of the person that you are working towards becoming. So stop trying so hard to fit into places you're never meant to belong. Good things will have a way of finding you.
Over the years, we've all faced some major obstacles, but they never stopped us, never discouraged us enough to stop fighting or to stop caring. Our class broke records, not for us, but for all of you. For you, we want you to be inspired, for you to know it's possible, and to know you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Poet, activist, and memoirist Maya Angelou is my inspiration. She was a person who believed everyone deserves to be heard and understood. She said, "I've learned that people will forget what you've said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." As that's my motto in life, I can see how it affects each of us individually. We don't want to leave Chazy without having made our mark. We were here and we deserve to be remembered. To know everyone has value here, and to know we meant something. And I believe we did. Our teachers truly helped us believe it too. From our day-to-day conversations to Mr. Cross unofficially adopting us, our impact is only now becoming evident. Our teachers took so much time out of their personal schedule to help us be seen, to help us grow, and to help us become the people we are. So thank you to all of our K through 12 teachers, aides, assistants, counselors, and administrators for raising us into the family we've become today, for helping our community grow, and for being our support. We also thank the Alumni Association, the Athletic Association, and the PTO for supporting us in all of our extracurriculars, including sports, our prom and after prom, and our senior play. Without all of you, we couldn't afford any of these opportunities. And most of all, we thank the people that deserve our utmost gratitude. Our parents, our loved ones, and the people that keep us going. The people we go home to every day. And the people who we cherish most, who are the definition of love. You watched us get on the bus for the first and last time, and now you're watching us leave CCRS. So thank you for all of the early morning get ready with me's, all the late night talks, and everything in between. We love you so much, and always know, no matter the distance, we're only a call away. We've learned that love doesn't just stick with family, but it also includes all of our friendships we made along the journey. The love we hold so near and dear to our hearts lies within all of you. You helped us through the times we couldn't get through on our own, and you watched us develop the strengths as we came to terms with who we are. As today's ceremony draws to a close, we'll conclude by reminding the underclassmen to always remember, one isn't necessarily born with courage, but one is born with potential. And without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. Although some of you may look up to a group of us, or one of us in particular, know you have the opportunity to do the same. You have the ability to be whoever you strive to be. You have the ability to ace that test. You have the ability to make new friends. And you have so many capabilities that you aren't even aware of yet. The potential each and every one of you have in this room is something I couldn't even put into words. So use your potential. Use it for those we've lost along the way. Use it for your mentors, and use it for us. So we will know that in some way, we helped you see your value the way we do.
much to do and only so many hours in a day. But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can only see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. But don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and their skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
To my love, took it down. Flying around and turning around.
Okay, is that on, Liam?
You gotta turn the switch on the thing plug in there too.
I'm freaked out. You're crazy. Alright, wait till I get in the middle.
In Blackwater Woods by Mary Oliver. Look, the trees are turning their own bodies into pillars of light, are giving off the rich fragrance of cinnamon in fulfillment. The long tapers of cattails are bursting and floating away over the blue shoulders of the pond. And every pond, no matter what its name is nameless now. Every year, everything I've ever learned in my lifetime leads back to this. The fires in the Black River of Law, whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things. To love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones knowing your own life depends on it, and, when the time comes, to let it go, to let it go.
On behalf of the class of 2026, I would like to thank you all for being here as we dedicate this tree. It stands as a lasting symbol of our class, our journey, and the legacy we leave behind. Here at Chazy, tree dedications are a cherished tradition. For years, graduating classes have planted trees on this campus to leave a piece of themselves behind for future generations. Today, as the Blue Hawks of Chazy, we are proud to continue that tradition and add our own chapter to the school's story. Over the years, the class of 2026 has grown together in ways we've never expected. We entered these halls trying to figure out who we are. Today, we stand ready to take on the world. Through every success and every obstacle, we learn to support one another as classmates, teammates, and friends. As we look back on these unforgettable years, the words of Dr. Seuss remind us, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. This tree stands as a reminder for those reasons to smile. Its roots represent the foundation we built here at Chazy. They hold the friendships we formed, the lessons we learned, and the memories that will stay with us forever. These roots were strengthened by the teachers who guided us, the coaches who challenged us, the faculty and staff who supported us, and the families who believed in us every step of the way. Its branches symbolize the many paths ahead. Some of us will attend college, some will enlist, some will begin careers, some will travel, and others will discover passions we cannot yet imagine. Even though our paths lead us in different directions, we will always share the bond of being Blue Hawk. Like this tree, we have grown through changing seasons. We have weathered storms, cold winters, and strong winds, yet we continue to stand tall. Our class has shown true resilience, determination, and the power of moving forward together. As future students walk past this tree, we hope to remember the class of 2026 as a group that valued tradition, cared for one another, and left Chazy a little bit better than we found it. May we carry the lessons we learned here into the future, and may we always remember where we came from. May this tree stand as strong for generations to come, just as the spirit of the Blue Hawks and the memories of the class of 2026 will live long after today. Thank you.